Today's beer is a collaboration. It seems like collaborations are all the thing at the moment, but this is a big hitter collaboration. Sureshot and Verdant with this double dry hopped IPA. But what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we are drinking this, your version of the Truth, which is a double dry hopped IPA from Sureshot and Verdant, or in collaboration with Verdant. And there's some exciting hops on this. So we've got Superdelic, that brand new hop, HBC 586. I can never remember what one that's like. Mosaic Cryo, HBC 630. And Rakau, which is another great New Zealand hop. So I'm really looking forward to this. There's lots of interesting hops. Two very, I think, the two are the top breweries in the country at the moment. Certainly I haven't had as much recently from Sureshot, but all the stuff I've had has been good, if not great. And Verdant, they don't really need any introduction. They're just a really good brewery that make really great beer. So let's see what we get with this one. So that beer that I had from Glasshouse a little while ago, that was a Superdelic IPA. It was really, really good. And really is the sort of benchmark when it comes to the Superdelic as a hop. So beer in a glass. We got a lovely orange, thick looking beer. Nice 2-finger, very sort of compacted, just off Whitehead. I say that's pretty good in the glass. And already the aromas are filling the room. Always a good sign. So let's see what those aromas are. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack in terms of aroma here. You're getting that sort of, it's funny because it's obviously it's a Sureshot designed can, and it's in a short, it's obviously Sureshot the leading here, but it's got that Verdant sort of twang, that slightly savoury spring onion note. It's always very sort of characteristic with Verdant. Yeah, so you're getting that sort of almost like lemongrass, sort of dank, sort of grapefruit, limes, lemons. Yeah, it's quite overpowering that as an aroma. What else am I getting? Yeah, so it's got a very sort of New Zealand sort of aroma twang, that sort of, that there is that sort of melon and gooseberries coming in. Yeah, and there's that real savoury note. I'm going to go in. Cheers, everyone. Really good. First things first, cracking mouthfeel. It's got a medium body. It's smooth, velvety, really good mouthfeel. Flavours wise, if anything, I think the Rakau, which is a more characteristic, a New Zealand hop, seems to be sort of quite dominant in here. I'm not picking up much from the Mosaic Cryo. It's almost like there's a New Zealand sort of flavour to it. I'm going to put that down. There's a sort of New Zealand flavour in terms of the white grape, that crunchy sort of fresh green, a bit of apple and pear almost in there, melon, gooseberry, kiwi fruits, all that sort of stuff. But then you've got, in the background a little bit, other flavours. It's almost like I can describe it. I mean, there's other, obviously you've got the HBC, the 2 HBC experimental hops, the 630, the 586. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure both of them I've had before. And one of them is obviously, it's got the sort of like the straw. I think it's the 586 as the sort of strawberry and those sort of flavours. And there is a sort of summery fruit sort of very subtle in the background, really. There's lots of other flavours. I wouldn't say it was really hitting with like stone fruits. Not getting that, not really getting sort of mango and peach and those and apricot, those flavours. But you're getting a sort of tropical twang. You're getting another flavour in there. And I think, I think it is the strawberries. And there is a little bit of berry in there, which you would expect certainly from Mosaic. But for me, it's all about, I think, the Superdelic, which again, I'm not quite sure if I've got the hand on that. It's got lots of New Zealand flavours in there, but it doesn't overpower. There's something holding it back. but that flavour doesn't really sort of jump out as as well as it's holding those sort of New Zealand flavours in check a little bit. It doesn't. It's not pushing their own sort of flavours onto it. And I think it's a little muddled, but that is the very analytical view of this beer. Ultimately, it still tastes really good. As I say, soft, smooth, very easy to drink. Lots of flavour. Lots of different flavours. There's definitely that a sweetness, almost like a very subtle hint of sweetness that's a little bit like a strawberry. A bit of that sort of summer fruits, berry sort of flavour. But it's not dominating. There's still lots of stuff around the background. It doesn't really sort of have a sort of finish to it. It's not as dry. For a double dry hop, for me, there's not that ultimate dryness which I've had with a lot of other beers. But what you are getting is a lot of different flavours, and it's smooth and it all works really well together. But it's almost as though they've got too many different hops in there, and it doesn't work as well. But that's me being analysing each of the individual hops and seeing how they sort of come out in the beer. For me, it's really nice. It's got sweetness. It's got strawberries coming in here. I don't know whether it's in my mind. I've said there's definitely strawberry flavours in this, and now every time I drink it, I think it's strawberry flavours. Those flavours are sort of almost coming in on the back end a little bit more. You get that freshness, the sort of great sort of subtle pink grapefruit, lime in there at the beginning, and then as that flavour develops, you're getting that sort of, you're left with a little bit of sort of summery fruits on the back end. It sounds a bit weird, but it works quite well. But it's just, I think that's it. I don't think I've ever had a beer which has got these hops in it, this combination of hops. Superdelic, HBC 586 and HBC 630, Mosaic Cryo and Raquel. So you've got a combination of very different types of hops there. American hops, New Zealand. So it's good. It's just a good beer. Ultimately, it's a good beer. And if you're looking at a beer which has got Sureshot and Verdant's name on it, you know it's going to be good. So do yourself a favour, pick it up and let me know if you've had it. Maybe you can describe it better than I can, but I think this is a great beer, and it gets me excited because I'm going to see the rock band Extreme at the end of the month, in end of November. And I'm going to plan to go Sureshot because it's right by Piccadilly Station in Manchester, and yeah, why not? And hopefully maybe I'll try this there, some of their other stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that night out, obviously to see Extreme, but also to drink some really good craft beer. So Sureshot, Verdant, your version of the Truth Double Dry Hop IPA, good beer, definitely recommended. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for your version of the Truth. Not quite sure what this is all about. It looks like it's got some sort of films, and it's got the version, your version of the Truth in Spanish on there. It says, yeah, so it's some sort of film thing, and it's got lots of different hops to make it exciting. Superdelic, that brand new hop. HBC 586, and it's another new hop that hasn't, probably within a year will have its own name. And HBC 630 again should have its own name. We've got Mosaic Cryo, and we got Raquel. I do like Raquel. I think it's got that Nelson Sauvin, but it's got a little bit more subtlety. And Nelson Sauvin's so dominant in certain flavours, in grape and gooseberry, but Raquel's got similar, but not quite, but something else, a little bit different. It holds back a little bit. There's lots going on in this beer. Check the video out. I'm sure if you've got this far, you've seen that and you're thinking, yeah, I'm still confused. What's it going to be like? Got to try it. And definitely try it. It's good beer. But let's go for the scores. Starting with aroma. Appearance. Flavour. Value for money. Again, this beer was just over a £5. And finally, my overall experience. Totting those scores up, we get, yeah, it's a recommended beer. Total score off. It's not quite highly recommended. It's just a very solid, good beer. It just doesn't have a bit of I thought with all those different hops, it was going to have a bit more of a, you know, something, a bit of an edge over other beers of its ilk. But it's just a very, very good IPA. Easy drinking, smooth flavour. The more I drink it, the more I'm thinking it's almost a very, it is still very Verdant-esque in terms of its sort of flavour. There's still it's that spring oniony flavour that you always get in Verdant beers. But, you know, Sureshot make great beers. Verdant make good beers. This is a recommended beer. So pick it up. Let me know if you've had it. Any recent beers that you've had from Sureshot, because they make some great beers. And I've got another Sureshot beer in the fridge. So hopefully be reviewing that one soon as well. So hope you like the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you do. If you're not a subscriber, please think about subscribing. We've got lots of really great craft beers coming up on the channel. And until the next one, you know what you're going to do. Drink good craft beer and keep on rocking.